Hey everyone, I'm your host, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. And I am pumped. We got an actor, y'all. An actor coming to the Gentleman Style Podcast stage. You won't want to miss what this gentleman is doing. He's making moves in the industry. Him and his team and his fellow actors, they are killing the game with a brand new series out today that we're going to get some behind the scenes sneak peek today. You won't want to miss 1 second of what he has to say. Here we go. Hey everyone, it's Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. I have come into the stage Marc Levar. He's a man of God, husband, father of three, business owner, actor, model, writer, director, and producer, just to name a few. This man has walked the runway at Ralph Lauren, Azzure, and Indigo Red. This man has been featured in several different magazines as well, including Vibe and The Source. His acting career began as a senior in high school, and he has not stopped running since. He's here today he also has a few blockbusters under his belt, and this man is still going. Here's a few of his 2002 hits. For example, For Real in 2008, Cufflinks in 2010, The Bill Collector in 2021, Street Moves in 2022. And now today we're going to talk about his latest work, Virginia. Out of all the states, my home state, Virginia. So help me welcome to the stage, Marc Levar himself. Welcome to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show, brother. How are you?
Oh man, I'm amazing. Thank you for having me up here. I'm a big fan of your podcast.
Super dope. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you, sir. I'm a fan of you, man. I had no idea since church. I thought you were just the good-looking guy at church, man. I know Marc Levar from church. We go to church together, and he has been an incredible example to many of the men in the church, and he's doing phenomenal things. He's a business mogul and just a big, busy man, like you all can tell. So thank you for coming on here, sir. I want to talk about the movie. This series, this television show, this series on YouTube is incredible. But before we do, what got you in acting? What gave you the bug in acting? When did it start? I know it started in high school, but when did you know it's like, yeah, this is something I can do?
Man, well, I'm the youngest of three brothers. So, when movies was coming out, like Dead Presidents and just a lot of different movies, man, we always just kind of reenacted, different scenes from movies. And, I always just had fun with it. So when the opportunity came in high school in drama class, I started getting into plays. And then once I got into the modeling, we would go to different auditions, my brother and I. And there, we always had to like read a monologue or do some type of acting skit. And from that, I was like, man, I really like this. I can do this. And that kind of what drew the bug. And here I am.
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense. I didn't do any modeling in high school. I was in band, and most people go sports and right. That's typically what people do. But you went into something that's unique and something that you excelled with. You and your brother excelled in. And so congratulations, kudos to being different and stepping out in that industry. What's the goal? What's been the goal? What are some films that you typically enjoy the most? What do you like to stick to? What genre are you gonna be? Because we've seen it all the time, right? Many actors, they Vin Diesel, right? He's the bad boy. He's a serious character. He didn't do well in the pacifier, transition to comedy. What is the specific genres you enjoy?
Well, I would say I like comedy. I really like being funny, acting crazy. Action, I like even the role that with the series that I'm doing now, and I'm getting more serious and more being like a gangster. Like those are roles that I always wanted to play was a bad guy. So I would say action, drama, but number one is comedy. Like I'm a funny guy. I like to have fun, be goofy. So I would say comedy is number one for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who's someone in the industry that you admire? Some it could be they could be living or deceased, but who's an actor currently that you admire, not necessarily emulate, right? Because you self-identify, you walk your own path. But who's someone that you admire in the industry now?
Definitely Denzel Washington is up there. He's still living, and just seeing where he's come from and the things, the way that his career has been, and so inspiring from, playing so many different roles of, um, from being Training Day to Glory, the movie Glory from back in the day. He's definitely one. Sidney Poitier is another one. I read his book, The Measure of a Man. It was so inspiring reading his book and then seeing what he came from and what he came at before he died. But those two right there are definitely the people that I admire, and I would try to mimic some of my career after for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have done, this is not your first rodeo. You've done several films where you're the lead actor, and great episodes, great shows, great films. What inspired, you could have did any state. Why Virginia? Can you give us some tea on why Virginia? You could have did Texas. I mean, you weren't born in Virginia, were you?
Yeah, I'm from here. I'm actually from here. Yeah.
What is
So
so this is your home alma mater?
it is. It is. So I feel like a lot of people, like even when I was younger, I would travel. I would go New York, Atlanta, all these different big cities to try to get put on. I would go walk into the agencies and try to get signed. And I did eventually get signed in New York, but it came a time where I was like, now it's like with so many platforms where you don't have to be in Hollywood, you don't have to be in New York, you don't have to be in like the big city. You have so many platforms with Hulu and YouTube Red, Netflix, all these different things. It's like, why not do what Tyler Perry did, right? He went to Atlanta and he made it what it is. Why not have studios here in Virginia that we can create? That's the ultimate goal, is to get a studio here in Virginia where we can make movies, we be known here. It is truly something in the water here. There's so much talent, not only with acting and music and sports, but give the opportunity of people that's here in this area can really progress in their talents, and you know let it be shown here. Let people come here to make movies. That's my ultimate goal.
Love that. Did I mention, y'all, he has a true heart of gold, Mr. Marc Levar. Mr. Marc, diving in, sir, tell us, this movie is phenomenal. I wanna play this short clip. I want to bring this up on the screen here. You all check this out. We have a short clip. He doesn't know about this, y'all. So this is a complete surprise. But check it out. This is season 1, episode 1 of Virginia.
So you said you had somebody to be my personal assistant?
Yeah. My fiance.
Hey, Sasha. Hey, girl, what you doing here?
I told you I had an interview with Mark.
Oh, I know he's straight ahead. He's waiting on you. He did say that.
Okay, you know Antoine ain't making no money here, so
Ooh, but you got it. I know the job yours.
thank you, boo. See you later.
I'm definitely going to hire you for the position, but tell me a little bit what you're good at. Have you ever did something for so long, just feel like it's weighing you down?
You have one or two choices. You can either let it take you over, or you can lift the burden.
What's going on here? What's going on?
Ooh, sir, there you have it, y'all. That's just a sneak peek of season 1, episode 1. Mr. Levar, tell us, sir, what is the juices behind a little bit of that backstory? What, because you have an incredible cast, a diverse cast of actors. I love the fact that it's black owned. Rooting for that. I love that. But what inspired you to select the cast and crew that you did?
Well, so before we started this particular series, I was with one crew, a good friend of mine named Soap. We was doing skits and we were just doing comedy stuff and just whatever we could do because it was COVID time, it was 2020. And another friend of mine named Issa Bolden, he's the guy behind the camera, the one writing and directing. He had his crew, so we came together and we was like, man, let's get together and see what we can do, make magic. So within the last year, we got together, we was doing skits, and finally came to a decision and said, look, let's focus on one project and kind of give it our all and see where it can take us to. So we did that, and we just said, let's make a little trailer, just playing around. And once we made the trailer, we put it out, and people were like, yo, when does the movie come out? We was like, we were just playing around with it, but you know what? Let's go ahead and make a series out of this thing. And Virginia was created. So we took the cast from the people that he was dealing with and my team of people that we merged everybody together. And this is what you see is two teams coming together with the cast and making magic. Yes, sir.
Love it. Love it. Sir, we have a question from our audience. They asked the question. I want to make sure we touch on this. They asked, how do you keep from being pigeonholed? Not sure. This is a movie term. You could tell my lack of knowledge, but they asked, how do you keep from being pigeonholed in the industry or in your film?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Can they reword that question so I can understand?
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, fair. Yeah, same difference. Please reword that question. So give us a little bit more detail on what you mean. But I have a question, Mr. Mark. How long? Because you make it look easy, brother. You make this look extremely easy.
Oh man,
but there's a lot of work that goes behind the scene. What's it take to create an episode, or at least one episode?
it takes teamwork. You know what you see is the final project put together, but I mean we're running. It's like you go through your script, you run it again, you run it until you feel like you get the look that you're looking for that particular scene. So, I mean, there's a lot, and a lot of this goes to Issa Bolden too. I got to give my props to him because this guy was in LA working for Warner Brothers, came back doing editing there, came back and the guy is phenomenal behind the camera and with his editing skills. So there's a lot of hours that I know he puts in, and there's a lot of hours that we put in just getting our heads and our minds together, looking at the scenes of how we can make it better each time. So, and then also just getting everybody, because no one's getting paid for this right now. You know, everyone's volunteering. We're just trying to take it to the next level where one day someone picking it up. So, you know, for everyone to volunteer their time, be committed is a great thing.
It's huge. That's a true labor of love. And wow, you got to be committed. You got to get people to do anything without compensation. That's devotion. That's commitment. That is true commitment. What is the heartbeat behind Virginia? When you produce this, when you and your Issa Bolden, when you guys direct this, when you guys put in the work in this, what is the heartbeat what are you trying to convey in the episode? Is it an inspiration? Is it, you can do this or you can do that as people watch on? What's the goal?
Well, the goal, I don't know as far as coming across in the film, because the film has its own story, but being here from Virginia, especially here in the 757 area, I wanted to come across that you can do anything. If you're able to, you can go, how do you say it? You can go fast by yourself, but you can go far with others. And if you can build a team that everyone believes in each other, then sky is the limit. Sky is really the limit. Don't wait on getting started on a project that's something in your mind that you want to do. Just jump into it, get going. Don't worry about the perfect time, because there's never a perfect time, you know. But find some people who's like-minded and go for it. Go for that dream. That's what we want to come across today, man. You can do that. You can be right where you are, and you can make it happen. Yeah.
I love that. And you said this earlier. You seek to be the place where people can come. Young actors can come. They don't have to go to Georgia. They don't have to go to California. They can start right here in their backyard. There's enough resources and there's enough tools here where you are to get started today. I love that you put that out there. We have a question from one of our VIP sponsors of the show, Miss Nikki Brown. She asks, what motivates you to keep going, especially since you're not receiving compensation?
Well, it's the ultimate goal. You just don't start off with anything, jump right into it and making money. You got to have a passion. Like for me, it's not just fun games for me. It's not just a hobby. It's something that I see long term, and in able to get to that point, I understand that there comes time when you have to work. The work when people don't see, like a lot of times you look at stars or what they are at. You're like, man, how did they get there? What did they do? But if you look at a person like Kevin Hart, he was doing stuff for free. He was getting booed off and just grinding in the background. But it wasn't until years later until he hit, and then he was compensated for all the work that was done in the dark. So I get it. My team gets that. And that's what allowed us to be able to be great, because we know we're not getting paid now. But we do know if we keep working hard, we put our heart into it, and we're hungry for it, the pay will come. It definitely will come.
Love it. Love it. Love it. This is incredible. We are going to a quick commercial break. You guys don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Good day, podcast listeners. This is your boy, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. I wanted to let you guys know that we will be rolling out a new feature and adding a join sponsor button next to the subscriber button here at the bottom of your screen. Once you click the button, it will display 3 membership levels. Gentleman Gentry, which is our entry level, Duke Duchess, which is our season level, and the Emperor and Empress, which is our most sophisticated level, which you will receive unique perks and benefits at each differing level and gain access to our community tab. We will also be sharing polls, upcoming events, and interviews, as well as receive feedback from our sponsors directly. Your support helps me find new and exciting guests to bring to the stage live. Well, in order to get the higher end speakers, it requires, you guessed it, money. So thank you for tuning in to my channel. And if becoming a sponsor sounds good to you, then select the join button below and choose your desired sponsor level. Let's continue to grow and serve the future of generations of men and women to come. Love you guys. Bye. We are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. Today I have Mr. Marc Levar, actor extraordinaire, man of God, father figure, businessman, all of the above, writer, director. And we are talking about his new blockbuster, Virginia. And it is phenomenal. It is epic. We played a short clip of what you can expect out of season 1, episode 1. And that was, it ended with a try. How hard was that hit, brother? How hard did he hit you, man? You a Christian. I know. I wanted to jump in and fight for you, man.
Trust me, man. It looked hard, but the way we turned that head, and he punched it, it was no connect for sure. So,
thank goodness.
Put the camera at different angles to make it look real.
Ooh, thank goodness. Because I was like, how dare he hit Levar? Like, what?
But
what?
I encourage the audience to continue to watch, because it's going to build, from there for sure.
Sir. Yes, sir. You mentioned Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has a ritual that he's made public. One of the things they do is they pray, on set, before, after, in the middle, wherever they pray. Any habits or rituals that you guys do on set, prior to shooting or after shooting? It could be, you know, an outing. It could be an event. Anything that you guys do special?
I wouldn't really say a ritual, but prayer is definitely something that we definitely do. I've thought of that. We haven't included it yet. But one thing that we do go out on outings. We, we break bread together. We cook sometimes. Go to the beach. We go out. We family time. Like, I think that's what definitely brings the crew and keeps us together. I mean, we're truly like a family now. Truly like a family. But prayer is definitely needed, and we're going to definitely include that. Matter of fact, we're shooting this Sunday, and I'm going to start it off with prayer for sure.
Love it. Love it. Any nuggets or tips or tricks or advice you would give to that young aspiring actor? Because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not an easy industry to get into. And then, like you're explaining, it's time consuming, right? You have to commit. You have to be involved. Any words of nuggets that you want to give to that young boy, that young girl in the audience whose back is against the wall? They want to get started, or they're thinking about getting started, but they don't know if they quite have it just yet.
Yeah, that's a great question. And me being the age I am and the time I started, like modeling and acting stuff, is the first thing I would say is have your morals. Like, don't settle for wanting to make it so bad that you're willing to do something that's not of you. In the industry, they're quick to tell you you may have to take your clothes off, you may have to do this scene, do that scene. No, be true to who you are, know who you are, know who that you belong to, which is God, and you stand on that. You stand. You don't have to belittle yourself. You don't have to change who you are, and stand on who you are, and then believe in yourself. Because you may go to a casting agency, or you may go to like a modeling agency, and you walk in. You look good. You look good. You may walk in there, and they tell you you don't have what it takes. Get out of here. I've done it. I've been to New York back and forth so many times until I finally got put on. But if you're not strong and knowing who you are, that can break you as a young person. You start looking at yourself. They tell you you're small. You go in there and tell you, well, you need to lose weight. Now the industry is a little different now. You can be a little heavier, and they're looking for different things. But still a wicked world. So know who you are. Be confident in who you are. Don't change for nobody. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward, and your time will come.
Mic drop. I can't top that. I can't beat that. That's that is it. So, you're saying, what I'm hearing, there are roles that you wouldn't take. There are modeling positions or jobs that is like, hey, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. This is what I'm about, and this is what I stand for. Even if there's a dollar amount behind it. Did I understand that correctly?
Oh, 100% clearly. 100%. There's no way you could get me putting a dress on or doing certain things. When I was younger, I've done things like, taking my clothes off and have nothing but a scarf on. And, and they'll tell you that your portfolio needs to be diverse. So, you're, as a young man, you trying to make it. So you'll do certain pictures. You'll take naked pictures and different things like that. Not that I was completely naked. I'm just saying. So, yeah, know who you are. Definitely know who you are.
Right. Stand your ground. Have a good moral compass. I love that. How can people connect? How can people learn more? How can they tune in to what's in store?
Well, you can always you mean as far as following me, you can follow me, Marc Levar Fit. That's MarcLevar Fit. There it is. On Instagram, you can always follow me on Facebook at Marc Levar without the fit at the end. And also we have the VA drama series, which people can follow there. You can also send your resume in if you're interested in being in the second season that's coming out. Send your headshot in. And we're always looking for more talent for the other projects that we do have coming out. We have a few movies that we're working on. So, yeah, you can definitely send it there.
Can you spill some tea on what's expected, or what you're looking for in the cast for season 2?
Diversity. It doesn't matter. We're looking for all shapes, sizes, colors. We're not looking for one set thing. Because everyone has something special about you. You may have something in your voice. It may be something in your look. your size, your hair, whatever it is, your eyes. We not pushing anyone out. We want everyone.
Yeah. I wanted to go back real quick because you said something that struck a nerve with me. Is you're gonna take those roles, you're gonna go to that casting call, and they're gonna tell you no. How did you not feel defeated? Because that's the worst thing in the world, to drive from Virginia. That's a 9-hour drive. That's a 9-hour drive for me, at least, unless you book in it. But how did you fight to stay encouraged and stay motivated to keep going back? Because those no's hurt. When you're trying to get, Oprah says when she was trying to get into The Color Purple, she manifested it, right? She prayed about it, and she got in the role of The Color Purple. But how did you overcome those no's?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I always got faith. Man. My faith is so huge. Like I believe. Like my favorite word is believe. There's anything that I've ever said that I wanted, that I was gonna do, I've done it because I manifested. I said, if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have it. I'm I'm telling you, it's that simple. Yes, you got to put the work behind it, but I mean with everything in me. If I say that I'm gonna have it, my belief is that God is going to provide it for me. So anytime I went and got turned down, it make you feel a certain way. They say, well, you need to take some pills or something to lose weight. Like 175 pounds now, I was like, nah, later. But I always knew that if they didn't, somebody else would, pick me up. So I've always just continued to strive and go back and work hard and just keep at it, man. Just believe in yourself. Nobody is better than, always in my mind, like working out or whatever, I always say, nobody can outwork me. Nobody can outwork me. Doesn't matter. I'm that confident in myself, and you should be.
Yeah. He's dead serious, y'all. He's dead serious. He got workouts. He got workout tapes. That man, I could be sweating just like, dang, he just did a pull-up. I'm breathing hard just looking at it. But you're right. You're so right. Keep going. Keep going. No matter what. No matter what anybody, because the naysayers are gonna come. The naysayers, you probably get them all the time. Like, oh, why are you doing this? You're not getting paid. You're not making any money. Oh,
yeah.
Keep going anyway.
You know that you're doing something when you got those naysayers. When they start to hit it, you know that you're going in the right direction. Then you know.
True. So. How can people support? Is there like a GoFundMe? How can people support this movement? Because the train has left the station. You're on season 6, or season 6 is practically done, I imagine, going on season 7. And this ain't stopping. How can people support?
Well, man, we don't have a GoFundMe or anything like that right now. If you do want to support as far as monetize, then you can always reach out to one of the like me on Instagram or one of our pages. We're always looking for producers. Like we have some meetings coming up with a few producers that may be interested in what we're doing. So if anyone's a producer who wants to invest in the project, we're always up to sitting down, talking, and see where we can kind of move forward with. So
Love it. Yeah. Reach out, connect. We're gonna put that back up on the big screen again. And if you want to audition, check him out. Get your resume in, folks. Get those headshots in. Good headshots, not the bad headshots. I'm kidding. All headshots are welcome. Black Lives Matter. Thank you, Mr. Levar. Sir, you have been phenomenal this episode. This is huge. You are doing an incredible work here. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for what you do. And from the bottom of my heart, don't stop. Don't quit. Don't ever give up. We need what you're doing. This is huge. And you're inspiring. You and your team and your co-producer are inspiring our future. Our children are our future. You are inspiring a nation of future leaders and future actors. So thank you for what you do.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you all, my audience, for tuning into the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. We have to let Mr. Levar go. The man has many more films and episodes to produce and write. This has been impactful, and I hope this serves you. I hope this helps take you guys to the next level and inspires you to never give up and never quit, because you're so worth it. You're so worth it. Thank you all for tuning in. Like I always end every show, we gotta let Mr. Levar go. Take care of your friends, take care of your families, and always, always take care of business. This is Marcus of Gentleman Style Podcast Show, your favorite gentleman, and Mr. Marc Levar, the man, the myth, the legend, signing off. Love you guys. Bye.